Okay, so we've all seen AI generate some crazy images, write entire essays, but what about something way more personal? Your voice. Yeah, I'm talking about AI that can sound exactly like you. This tech is just exploding right now, and we're going to break down exactly how a machine pulls this off.
And look, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. This is a real quote. A guy's grandpa almost got scammed because he heard a voice clone of his grandson. He said there was no doubt in his mind it was him. That's how good this is getting. It's happening right now, and it's scary stuff.
So how in the world can a machine do that? How could it sound so human? That's the huge, kind of chilling question we're diving into. How does code capture all the little quirks, the hesitations, the emotion that make your voice, well, your voice?
To get it, we've got a peek under the hood at the engine driving all of this. It's something called deep learning. You can think of it as this black box where you feed in some audio and out comes this scarily accurate replica of a person's voice.
So what's really happening here isn't just simple mimicry like a parrot. No, it's way deeper. It's about teaching a machine to understand and then reconstruct the very essence of a voice. The best analogy I've heard is it's like a jazz musician. They don't just copy solos. They listen to thousands of hours of music until they can improvise in that style. That's what the AI is doing with your voice.
Okay, so how does it work, step by step? It's basically a four-part process. First, you feed it some audio of someone talking. Step 2, the AI gets to work on what's called feature extraction. It's basically dissecting the voice, pulling out all its core components. Then, a neural network, which is kind of like a digital brain, just studies all those patterns until it learns the voice. And finally, once it's trained, it can synthesize brand new speech that sounds just like the original person.
And this is the really cool part. The AI isn't just listening for the words. It's learning the unique fingerprint of a person's voice. We're talking about everything: the pitch, the tone, the rhythm, and cadence of how you speak. Even how your voice changes when you're happy or sad. It picks up on your accent, everything. It's capturing the whole package.
Now, this tech basically comes in two main flavors. The first one is text-to-speech, or TTS. This is the one you hear about most. You type in some text, and the AI speaks it in the cloned voice, so it can make someone say things they never actually said. The other kind is voice conversion, or VC. This is different. It takes an existing audio recording and just swaps the speaker's voice. The words stay the same, but the person speaking changes, kind of like a digital voiceover.
Okay, so let's get into the specifics because not all voice clones are created equal, not by a long shot. There are basically two different ways to do this, and they have huge differences in how fast they work and how good they sound. On one side, you've got what's called instant cloning, and it's just like it sounds. All you need is a few seconds of audio and bam, you get a clone almost instantly. It's basically making a really good, educated guess about the voice. But then, you have professional cloning. This is the serious stuff. It needs a ton of high-quality audio, sometimes hours of it, to train a custom model from scratch. It can take a while, but the result? It's a hyper-realistic, often totally indistinguishable digital twin of that person's voice. So when you have a tool this powerful, it's always going to be a double-edged sword, right? On one hand, it has this incredible potential to do amazing things. But on the other, well, it can be used for some really, really bad stuff.
Let's start with the good, because it's pretty amazing. I mean, imagine giving someone who's lost their ability to speak, maybe from ALS, their own unique voice back. Not some generic robot voice, but their voice. Or think about automatically narrating audiobooks, making knowledge accessible to everyone. For creative stuff like video games and movies, it's a total game changer. The possibilities for connection and creativity are huge.
But then there's the flip side, and obviously, it's terrifying. This is the exact technology powering those grandparent scans we talked about. There was a real case where a high school principal was framed using a fake audio clip of him saying horrible things. And just think about its potential for spreading disinformation, fake endorsements from celebrities, fake statements from politicians. It's a nightmare scenario. So this all leads to a really important question. What are the companies making these tools actually doing to stop this from happening? I mean, what's their responsibility here?
Well, an investigation by Consumer Reports looked into this, and what they found is pretty troubling. It turns out most of the popular voice cloning services have basically no real safeguards. We're talking about a simple checkbox you tick that says, I have permission. That's it. Anyone can just click it. A few companies, like Descript, are doing it right. They make you record a specific phrase in your own voice to prove it's actually you. But they seem to be the exception, not the rule. So here we are. This technology is already out there, it's getting better by the day, and we're kind of in the Wild West phase. We're at a point where we have to figure out the rules of the road for this new reality, and we need to do it like yesterday. Interestingly, some of the biggest names in tech are hitting the brakes. OpenAI and Microsoft, for instance, have built some incredibly powerful voice cloning models, but they're so worried about the serious risks that they're refusing to release them to the public for now. When the creators of the tech are scared of it, you know it's a big deal.
And why is this all happening so fast? Well, follow the money. This isn't some niche hobbyist tech. The AI voice generator market is projected to be worth over $50 billion in the next decade. That's a huge number, and it means the push to develop this stuff is only going to get more intense.
So that leaves us with this one big lingering question. As this technology gets better and better, and pretty much anyone can access it, how do we navigate a world of perfect fakes? When you can't even trust your own ears, how will you ever know what's real?